Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your girl, Dominique Dolly Hagler, and this is the Tea with Dominique, brought to you by Good Morning Gwinnett. And today we have a topic, okay? I mean, every Saturday we have a topic, but this one, I was like, okay, because what's going on here? Please excuse my voice. As you can hear, I am somewhat still under the weather, but we're working on that, so no worries. It is that season, so I'm just preparing myself. And considering I have a 4-year-old, and like I always say, kids, they're just kind of nasty, they like coughing and snotting all over each other and stuff like that. It happens, and then they bring all their cooties home. So this is where I am. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. So, as you can see, these two right here, we have Miss Samantha Acker and Mr. Christopher Rounds. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard the story yet, but it's very unsettling, especially as a parent, right? So let me just give you guys a briefing of what is going on with these two right here. So this Florida couple are currently being charged with 4 counts of child neglect. Their 15-year-old allegedly arrived to school with cockroaches in her backpack and dirty clothes. Okay, this is what I could never understand. Like, because how? Like, anybody that knows me, like, and knows my kid, like, it's a fashion show every day. Like, her hair is done, her clothes are really cute. Her shoes, like, she's very well put together for a 4-year-old. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point she dresses better than me because I spend most of my money on her. Welcome to parenthood. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on some more information about this crazy topic. So they have 4 children, two that actually belong to the couples together, and two that do not. They have an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 16-year-old. Um, the 15-year-old is she is deaf. She's deaf, and she's also mute. So, just to kind of give us some background on the 15-year-old. So authorities went into the home and they stated that there was mold, there was trash, there was old food, dirty clothes. As you can see from the pictures in the middle, and let me see if I can just make it a little bit bigger for you so you can see what's going on here at this home. Look at the look, just this is disgusting. I don't even know how at this point they're sleeping in this, they're existing in this. This is filth. This is disgusting. And nobody, cat, dog, person, child, it doesn't matter. Nobody should be living like this. This is nasty. This is very unsanitary. This is not good for your health. And when we talk about the nastiness, the trash, we're talking about mold, we're talking about what the kids are breathing in. They also stated that there was no air, which left the home at 85 degrees. Okay, and there was also multiple animals in the home as well. So, I mean, guys, let's just be for real, okay? This is unacceptable on any level. And the mom's response to it was, "The children don't help me clean." First of all, please excuse the language that I'm going to use, but that's BS, okay? It's pure BS. There is no excuse for this. This is disgusting on every level. Like, I wouldn't want to eat here. I wouldn't even want to come here. I wouldn't want to sleep here. Look at the sheets on the bed. That is disgusting. They said that the bed sheets had roaches and other insects on them. I mean, you not only is the child going to school dirty with roaches in her bag, but God, we don't even know what her health is. Her breathing, the other children, their health, their breathing. Are they being bitten at night? What is happening? Like, this is just unacceptable. And as parents, you all should be ashamed. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. You should be ashamed of yourself for allowing your situation to get like this. And then they said that, this is due to financial issues. Again, very much BS. Okay. This has not, I don't care what your financial state is. Why do you have to live like this? And then you're putting your children in this situation. Now, if y'all want to be nasty by yourselves. But you have other people that rely on you and depend on you, and this is how you're allowing them to live. And you think this is okay? This is a crime. Yes, it is. And they should stay in there because this is disgusting. And the part that really hurts me the most about the situation is that because the child is disabled, and I feel like I've seen this on several occasions where you have a disabled child, and a lot of people don't know how to handle having a disabled child, and so they do show them a level of neglect that they may not show their other children. Now, in this particular situation, all the kids are being neglected because look at this mess. This is disgusting. This is nasty. Like what I can only imagine what's going into their bodies, like how their systems are, like they're getting sick and stuff. It's just nobody should have to live like this, especially not children. Like I said, if you grown folks want to live like that, that's your business. But when you bring kids into a situation and then you have to and you allow them to live like that, it's disgusting at this point. And some people don't need to be parents because this is unacceptable on every level. On every level, this is unacceptable. And that they should keep y'all in there. And they have relocated the children temporarily. Honestly, if this is how they're living, they need to find them a home. This is disgusting. There is no excuse for this. I don't care whether the kids help you clean or not. Y'all are too grown for this. Like at this big age of both of you, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is nasty. And then the part that I was getting to, they were saying that no one in the home. Again, this child is 15 years old. 15. It's not like she's 3 or she's 1. She's 15, right? And they're saying that no one in the house knows how to sign or speak sign language to communicate with her. That is neglect in itself. Like, what do you mean you don't know how to speak sign language? Your child is 15 years old. It is not like yesterday she just became deaf or mute. Like, what is happening here? What is happening? I'm a little confused and I'm a little concerned. And again, I've seen this where again, people don't know how to handle having a disabled child. So they mistreat them and they do bad things to them and they just kind of throw them to the side and they don't treat them well. And that's a problem. God gave you that child for a reason. And honestly, he probably shouldn't have given y'all children at all. It's some people out here that actually want to have kids and they can, and then y'all get 4, and this is how y'all treat them. This is the type of situation y'all have them living in. This is how y'all have them going to school. This is disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm glad they took y'all in because this is disgusting. And the fact that the teacher saw this child and her clothes are dirty. She has roaches and other insects in her bag. Like, not only is this a problem for the child, but now you're bringing this into the school. Again, we don't know what they didn't really get specific on the insects, but I'm thinking bed bugs, some type of mites, maggots, anything. And this child is bringing this to the school. So now we run into the risk of other kids being exposed to this nonsense because of these two right here. We gotta hold them accountable. Sorry, you went to jail because now you're being held accountable for your actions because this is crazy. And I guess in my mind, the other part that doesn't make sense is you have 3 other children at home. You have a 16-year-old, you have an 8-year-old, you have a 10-year-old. At what point? Because I don't know, maybe this is just a me thing, but at what point, like, how are the other kids? Because if she's going to school like this, how are they going to school? Like, are they better off because I guess they're quote unquote normal kids? I mean, I'm just trying to get a better understanding as to what is going on here. Why is she the only one that went to school with all of this happening? Or are the other ones also going to school like this? Like, do they not have clean clothes either? And it's like, what does your finances have to do with the fact that your children don't have clean clothes on? Like, it's so many places, there's so many ways you can get help. Even as a woman, you can go and get help for yourself. You can find you a little job. He can find him a job too. I mean, I don't know, y'all backgrounds as far as criminal records or anything like that, but you do have places that allow second chances. So even if you do have a criminal background, you can go, move to a moving company. There's agencies for this. Like, there is no excuse. Okay. There is no excuse why these children had to live like this. There is no excuse why this young lady had to go to school with roaches in her book bag. There is no excuse why she had to go to school with dirty clothes on. There is no excuse. None whatsoever. I don't care if they didn't help you clean the house. That as the adult that brought these kids into this world, these y'all too, as the adults, it is up to y'all to clean up. These and I have to say this because even myself as a parent, you know, I do instill things into my child. And yes, I teach her how to clean up and how to keep her things organized and how to keep herself looking nice and smelling good and things like that. Even at 4, yeah, you got to start them at a young age. At the end of the day, it is my responsibility to do that for my child. She did not ask to be here. So just like these 4 didn't ask to be here, mine didn't ask to be here either. And it's my responsibility to make sure that her living situation is well. Just like it's y'all responsibility to make sure y'all kids are well. Why? And what type of people want to live like this? Why would you want your kids to live like this? I mean, I know I get called bougie all the time because, my daughter sleeps in a queen size bed as a 4-year-old, and her room looks like nobody resides there, and that's okay. I would take that over this any day. I would take that over this any day. You can say what you call me bougie, call me whatever you want. I don't care. She won't be living like this. That's a fact. That's for sure. She will not. This And then I'm just thinking about the air quality. We're talking about Florida. Anybody that's been to Florida, know Florida is hot. Okay. Even in Georgia, it gets hot. So Florida, I know it gets hot. So now y'all don't even have air. So that means if there is trash and mold and anything like that, it is growing in that heat. The festering heat is just growing in there. And you are laying in there, breathing that stuff. And do you know what that can do? What if consuming all of those things could have killed one of them? Now you're going to prison. Now you really under. Like, I don't think people think about the things that they do in their actions. Like, I really don't. And again, I just feel like some people just don't deserve to have kids. They don't. They don't even know what to do for themselves. Why are you bringing kids in the world? You can't even take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, this is also a point of taking care of yourself. You're not even doing that. And then you bring kids in the world? Again, that did not ask to be here, and this is how you treat them? That is insane to me. Completely insane. It is really sick. And I truly don't have any words. And I'm just, I pray that that these children are placed with people that are going to love them, that are going to show them how they're supposed to be treated, how they're supposed to live, how they're supposed to walk out the house, how they're supposed to go to school. Because now, okay, so let's look at it this way. You send these kids to school, dirty clothes, roaches in their bag, and things like that. You send them to school like this, and now they're getting bullied, right? As we all know, we've seen skyrocketing numbers when it comes to bullying over the years. We've seen it. Kids are committing suicide. They just can't take the pressure. They can't take it. Being bullied is a lot of pressure. And I can speak from my own experience when I was like, I want to say maybe in the 2nd grade, and I was a chunkier girl. And back then in the 90s, that wasn't a thing. Like, being the big girl or the fat girl was not a thing back then. Now, like 2023, oh yeah. Everybody's going to, add some fat here and there. But back then it wasn't. It wasn't. And thank God I had my mom and my grandmother and, all the women that were in my village to be like, oh no, you're beautiful even if you are big. And don't let nobody tell you any different. And if these kids are saying mean things to you, that's okay. You're still beautiful. You don't have to fold. But a lot of these kids today, they're not built like that. They don't have the mental capacity to be bullied and be okay and be, proud of who they are. They don't. Society has ruined our children. These generations behind, society has ruined them. Social media has ruined these children. They don't have the bandwidth, to still be okay even when people are picking on them. So you're sending them to school to then be bullied, mistreated, beat up, because that kids are mean. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care what year these kids are mean. They probably worse now. Okay. Kids are mean. And so you are now setting your children up for complete failure when it comes to, being able to go to school and actually get their education, because kids are picking on them because of how they're coming to school, what they look like, how they smell, things like that. Like, where's the disconnect exactly? I mean, I don't understand. Where's the disconnect? How did you think that was okay? How did you think sending your child to school with roaches in her bag and dirty clothes, how did you think that was okay? Do you go out the house with roaches in your bag and in your hair and dirty clothes? Do you think that's okay for you? How did you think that was okay for your child? Or any of your children for that matter? How did you think that was okay? That's disgusting. And I really have to keep saying it because it's really disgusting. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, why do people do these kind of things? If you don't want to be responsible for your kids, give them to somebody else that is going to love them, that is going to show them the way, that is going to help them be successful. If you are going to do these things, please put them in the hands of somebody else that got some common sense and that's willing to do what you're not. Because, like I said, it's a lot of people that are. Why are we ruining these kids? Stop this. Why are we putting them in these type of environments? Why? Stop this. I hate seeing things like this. And it always tears me up because I've been a teacher in the past. And, I haven't seen anything as extreme as this, but I know I've seen some things that I've had to write up and things like that. And so I have a soft spot for kids. I only got one, but if I could have had more, I would have. But considering that she's almost 5, the baby shop is closed. I think I'm good with this one. She's like 5 going on like 25 or 4 going on 25. I'm okay. But I have a really big soft spot for children. And when I see stories like this and when I see parents mishandling their kids, it really does do something to my soul. Because like I said, there are a lot of women out here. There are a lot of couples out here that are trying day in and day out. They're paying money. They're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for IVF and all of these other type of ways of having children. And God actually gave y'all the children and y'all mishandle them. I hate to quote the Bible, but I mean, that is your job to take care of your children. It is in it. I don't know. Don't ask me with which section. I don't know, but when I find it, I'm gonna let y'all know. But there is a section that you do have to be good to your children. You do. Just like we have to obey our parents, you have to be good to your children in turn. That's just how they go. And like I said, this right here, this is unacceptable and it really breaks my heart. And I hope they get what they deserve. And whatever that means. And I just pray that those children are put in the hands of somebody that's actually, like I said, going to make them successful and put them in a better place mentally, physically, emotionally. Because I know even from an emotional standpoint, this can definitely take them down as well. Like I said, we're talking about being bullied. Kids are not nice. Kids have no filter. They say and do as they please. They don't second guess it. They're mean. They are mean. And then what happens if bullying gets so far to the point where now we have a Columbine situation where now these kids that's been bullied because of y'all neglecting your responsibilities, now decide that they want to shoot up the school because what? They've been bullied. And now we have a whole nother situation because now we have a sense of, we have this crime that has now happened because of what's happening at home. And everything starts at home. I don't care what nobody says. Everything starts at home. Okay. And what you do with your children at home will eventually show up on the outside. That's truly how I feel. So it always starts at home. And again, why do we like why again at this big age and you've had this child for 15 years, do you not know how you do not know how to speak sign language so you can communicate? So what exactly like so how do you so okay. So what exactly what have you been doing for the last 15 years? Have you just not been talking to her? Have you been neglecting her? Like, I mean, it's just certain things that I guess I'm just not going to understand. And I know everything is not for me to understand, but this one right here, I just do not. I don't. Are you taking her to get any type of help, any type of therapy or anything like that to work with her? Or are you here for the check? Because I know it's a lot of y'all out there too. You could care less about the disability of your child as long as the check is coming in. You okay? Yeah, I know y'all too. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like one of those situations you couldn't even take the time out to learn sign language so you could communicate with your child. That's low. I don't know what you have against that child, but again, that child did not ask to come here. And I feel like y'all need to get it together. At your big ages, you really need to get it together. And if they allow y'all to get out, y'all don't never need to have kids ever again. And y'all definitely don't need to get the ones that y'all had back. You don't. You definitely don't. You don't deserve to have them children. They don't deserve a life like that. They don't. Good kids, bad kids, whatever, it doesn't matter. They don't deserve to live like this. And y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. That's how I feel. But y'all know it's Saturday and where I'm going cheerleading. Excuse me. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it for today. But that is the tea with Dominique. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And we'll be back again, God willing, next Saturday around the same time. So make sure you tap in, you listen, you tune in, and all of that good stuff. I love to, for the likes, the comments, and the shares. That's always exciting. So yeah, I look forward to talking to y'all next Saturday. I hope y'all have a blessed and happy Saturday. If it's, I know in Georgia it's supposed to rain, I believe, because it rains like that, and then it's hot, and then we go to fall, and then some kind of way we end up back in summer. If you're a Georgian, or from the Georgia area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. The bipolarness of the weather. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, again, that's it. That's all I said. That's it. I said that's all. I said that's it. Bye, y'all. Happy Saturday.